Holy shit. That's fucking massive. Can I hang on to that? Thanks, Aaron. Oh. There's not much wind. And it's pretty bloody lumpy. It's not helping. Smooth. Drop the camera. Yeah. There is, who knows if you can see that, 7 knots of apparent and we're doing 5 knots. Thank you, Big Blue. What's that, 130 degrees apparent wind angle. Let's just turn right a little bit, we've got to go up there a little bit. Speed over ground 5, 5.5, 5, 6. Apparent wind speed 8. Not bad for a 40-something-year-old boat and a 1,000-year-old idiot. How good is that? Can't stop looking at it. Just hiding behind that mane is Big Blue. Fucking hell, nearly went over then. That was good. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it. Come up front and hang on. Oh, look at that. That is just magnificent. And it's jamming, even though I win. Let's go and see. Cut. Edit. And there we go. I have no idea whether that's coming out or not. 7 knots of boat speed, 9 knots of wind. Woo! Thank you. Big Blue. Glorious day. That's nicer. Karula, something, rainbow coming up. Late. Life is good. Okay, this is an hour later, same day. Big Blue is now down, as you can see. A nice one. I've got the same wind heading as what I had with Big Blue. Not the same speed. Not the same speed. Lovely day though. I've got a bit of current with me as well, a bit of tide. The wind's ever so slightly stronger as it was before. under 5 knots being 8 knots of apparent. That's more to expect with just normal sails. Yeah. Okay. Good one. We have arrived. It is the end of Easter, so there are lots of campers in their cars. We drove here in about an hour and a half. Took me all day. It is rolly as expected. Hang on, let's just see if you can see the mast going. No, you can't really see how rolly it is. All I can see is glare. Nice shot of the... Whoa! Should be a good night's sleep. Stop. Kitchen is set up. Woo. Salad. Yogurt. Power. Air fryer. Nice bits of steak. Still rolling. But I don't care. Going, not to worry. It's dinner time. Bunkering down for the night. It's early. Getting all the jobs done. Dinner's done, kitchen's packed up. And that's yeah, still a bit rocky. I don't care. Life is good. Bloody night. It's 5:30. We're on our way. And over the weekend. It's the trawlers. No idea you see that one, there's 2 of them. They're both trawling. I'll finish off that night soon and duck in behind Double Island and have a kip, I'd say. There we go. We're pointed pretty high to keep out of those trawlers' way. In between the trawlers and the land, let's not hit those rocks. 13 knots apparent, so that's just over around about 10, I'd say. 10 knots. We're doing 4 or 5 into it. Nice way to start the day. Coming up for a ride. wrong direction. And without the sails and just with the motor, I only do 2.4 knots. But with that apparent wind, I actually do have 12 knots of apparent wind and a slight angle. I get my telltales and it's powering. Oh my gosh. There's a gust of wind there. So in the gust I do okay. That doesn't last long. The gust goes, and that goes back down to 10 knots and 30 degrees. When the gust comes, you get 13 knots apparent and 40 degrees, and that pushes your speeds up. But that's short-lived. I've made the mistake too many times of turning that motor off. I get excited thinking I'll sail home, only to be disappointed when I slow down to 1 nothing knots and bob around. It's a great trip though, love it. So we're an hour later. It's cool. That wind has just come around. It's still not hugely strong, but look at that angle, 56 degrees apparent, which means we're stoking along at 5.6-7 knots, heading directly for home. This is the wind that I thought we would have this morning, and it's come here 7 hours too late. But anyway, what a way to finish a nice weekend and work tomorrow, yay. But that is nice. We're powering through that little bit of a swell. No hobby horsing. Beautiful. I'm sure I could do better with those telltales, but wind is still a little bit fluky. Try not to fall off here. Light and swing on.